would you define what we're seeing in yuan moves?
Well, it's a couple of factors. I mean, like you said, the Chinese currency has appreciated 3% in just a matter of 1 month in the past month. I mean, that's a very big move. Partly because of US dollar weakness, partly because of safe haven flows. And we had our forecast on the Chinese currency, the CNY, at 652 by the end of this year. And we're almost there with the big moves that we saw in the past month or so. So I think it's understandable why the policymakers are worried, and so they're just signaling to the market that they are not comfortable with the pace of appreciation. I do not think that it signals a trend reversal in the Chinese currency. I don't see the Chinese currency, falling off the cliff, depreciating in a big way, especially with the, the Chinese Communist Party Congress coming up next month. And I think China would want to see a stable currency. And I think it's just a signal that they're not happy with the pace of appreciation that's taken place in the past month.
Yeah, actually, you guys are not the only ones who are surprised with the strength of the yuan. I think a lot of people have been adjusting their forecasts because of this rally that we've seen. However, it's worth mentioning, though, that the rally really hasn't been tested by significant dollar moves. I mean, we haven't seen a real dollar rebound. So what's the risk to the currency going forward?
Well, of course, if the dollar sees a big rebound, we don't see that happening just yet. Then, the Chinese currency could weaken. I mean, that's to be expected because part of the appreciation we saw in the past month or so, and even since the beginning of this year, has been, against the backdrop of a weaker US dollar. But we don't see a weaker US dollar, a stronger US dollar at this juncture. We don't see the Fed moving in terms of rate hikes in September. Inflation numbers do not justify it, and we think Fed policy is going to be fairly benign and accommodative still, at least till the end of this year, perhaps a move at the end of this year. But in the next couple of months, 2 or 3 months, we don't see any big Fed moves, and that's probably going to be not very dollar positive.